Hey everyone! Welcome back to Inside the Cage, where we bring you the latest and exciting updates of UFC. Conor McGregor fails to show up to weigh in. At first, we've got an interesting update on Conor McGregor's recent coaching adventure. McGregor, who's coaching on The Ultimate Fighter Season 31 against Michael Chandler, hit a bit of a problem. In the first episode, McGregor's fighter Nate Jennerman unfortunately got knocked out in just 9 seconds by Roosevelt Roberts, a former UFC veteran. But wait, there's more drama. Before the fight even took place, McGregor was a no-show at the weigh-ins, leaving his coaching staff and Chandler scratching their heads. Chandler didn't hold back, calling out McGregor for not showing up to support his own fighter. Looks like things are getting spicy in the world of Conor McGregor. He said, "I'm here at weigh-ins and I don't know where Conor is. To me, the first weigh-in seems like it's pretty important. I don't know what kind of message it sends to your team if you don't show up to the weigh-ins." McGregor did turn up for Jennerman's fight against Roberts, as he could be seen visibly frustrated at cage side after his fighter was knocked out. While Jennerman was visibly heartbroken, tears streaming down his face in the locker room after that tough knockout. But you know what? McGregor, being the character that he is, couldn't resist coming back to offer some words of comfort. "Don't worry about it. We'll get better now. Back to the gym." In the upcoming episode, McGregor's number 2 ranked bantamweight, Trevor Wells, is set to go head-to-head with Chandler's number 3 ranked bantamweight, Timur Valiev. It's going to be an epic showdown. So catch all the action next week. Henry Cejudo slams Tyson Fury after talk of fighting Jon Jones in the UFC. Again, Cejudo brings some spicy drama brewing in the combat sports world. Former UFC champ Henry Cejudo is not holding back when it comes to his thoughts on Tyson Fury. You see, the Gypsy King has been trying to book his comeback in the boxing ring, but things haven't been going smoothly. Plans for a showdown with Alexander Usyk fell through, and now Fury even called out Jon Jones after some comments from Joe Rogan. But here's where it gets interesting. Fury backed down when offered a chance to step into the octagon with Bones. That didn't sit well with Cejudo, who took to his YouTube channel to call out Fury and criticize his resume. "Looks like the heat is on, and the trash talk is flying," Cejudo says in a video. "Tyson Fury, you have an offer by the most powerful mixed martial arts promoter in history, Dana White. Will you get paid more than you have been in boxing? 100%. Jon Jones is up for grabs. Jon Jones will fight you. Jon Jones will fight you any day of the damn week. My question is, Tyson Fury all talk? Is he just out there for media attention?" He continued, "Because the only person I can really think of that he beat, and it was like 15 years ago, he wasn't in his prime, was Vladimir Klitschko. I can't think of another person that Tyson Fury has really beaten where I've really been impressed by. He's not fighting anybody. If you're in this for the entertainment effort, fight Jon Jones. You're not fighting anybody." Alexander Volkanovski responds to McGregor's challenge. Next, it seems like Alexander Volkanovski is not one to let things slide. After coming so close to becoming a double champion but falling against Islam Makhachev, he's got his eyes set on defending his featherweight crown against Yair Rodriguez. But the point is, Volkanovski has found himself in the midst of Conor McGregor's return chatter not once, but twice, and he's not about to stay silent about it. Volkanovski had a bone to pick with McGregor, especially when it came to the pound-for-pound talk. He made it clear that he's fought in more weight classes than the notorious knockout artist. Shots fired! There, the featherweight champ is ready to stand his ground and defend his status. He responded, "Let's do it at lightweight, anytime, anywhere, any weight." Let's see if McGregor responds to this call-out or if he has other plans in mind. The battle of words continues in the UFC. Currently, McGregor is enjoying some quality time in fridge mode. There's speculation about the perfect matchup to bring back the 5'6" powerhouse, Alexander Volkanovski, to the welterweight division. You see, the Australian fighter actually started his career at 170 pounds, but a knockout loss early on made him rethink his weight class and go on an incredible winning streak at lower weights. Now, if we talk about McGregor's plans, rumor has it that he's set to face Michael Chandler, but the details are still a bit fuzzy. Maybe a clash with Volkanovski could materialize if the notorious one is serious about staying active this time around. Imagine the fireworks if these two were to step into the octagon together. Keep your eyes peeled, fight fans. Dan Hooker, interested in fighting for silly little BMF title. In world of UFC, everyone has an opinion about the BMF belt. The latest to weigh in is none other than Dan Hooker. He may think the title is a silly little thing, but that doesn't mean he's not interested in fighting for it. Just recently, Dana White made the announcement that the BMF title is up for grabs once again, now that Jorge Masvidal has retired. And guess what? Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje are set to square off in the main event of UFC 291 for that coveted belt. Exciting stuff, right? But let's not forget about Hooker. While his ultimate goal is to become the UFC lightweight champion, he's not ruling out the idea of fighting for the BMF title. Why? Well, Hooker hopes that if he gets the chance to fight for the BMF belt, it'll come with those pay-per-view points that champions receive. And you know what that means, more money in his pocket. Hooker said to the All-Star, "It's cool. Gaethje versus Poirier, that's a cool fight. BMF title, it's like a fun little thing they can drag out. I don't know if do you get pay-per-view points for a BMF title? If you do, I'm interested." I immediately became interested in the BMF title. It's a silly little title, but if you give me pay-per-view points, I'll wrap any belt around my waist for pay-per-view points. As Dan Hooker is eyeing the BMF title, despite knowing it's a trick. He's interested because, let's be honest, more points mean more money. But before he can even think about that, he'll need to defeat Jalen Turner at UFC 290 and put together a solid winning streak. Luckily, Hooker is always up for a scrap and known for putting on entertaining fights, so he definitely fits the bill of a BMF. Speaking of Hooker's recent fights, he bounced back with a technical knockout victory over Claudio Puelles in his last outing. Before that, he suffered consecutive losses to Arnold Allen and Islam Makhachev. But let's not forget, he's got some impressive wins on his record, including victories over Paul Felder, Al Iaquinta, and Gilbert Burns. So there you have it. Hooker's got his eyes on the BMF title, but he'll need to prove himself in the octagon first. Win or lose, only time will tell. Conor McGregor's fighter knocked out in less than 10 seconds on The Ultimate Fighter. In the end, catch explosive start of the first episode of The Ultimate Fighter Season 31. In this episode, things didn't exactly go in way of McGregor. He was coaching against Michael Chandler on the show, watched as his fighter Nate Jennerman got knocked out in just 9 seconds. Yep, you heard that right. 9 seconds. It was a quick and unexpected turn of events, as Jennerman faced off against Roosevelt Roberts. The fight barely even started before Roberts landed a devastating blow that ended it all. You could see the frustration on McGregor's face as he witnessed his fighter's defeat. To make matters more interesting, Jennerman tried to argue with the referee and insisting that he wasn't unconscious. Talk about a tough break. Well, it looks like McGregor's coaching duties on The Ultimate Fighter just got a little more challenging. McGregor said, "We were all upset for Nate. He didn't get to show much of what he has. It's a big stage, and sometimes we can rise, sometimes it can go against you. Essentially, in this one, that's what happened." Chandler responded that, "Roosevelt went out and did exactly what I knew he could do and what I wanted him to do. He got his range, and before you knew it, hit Jennerman with a big right hand. It was picture perfect, and he should be very proud of that performance." All right, guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching till the end. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to stay updated about our future videos. See you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.